The Lakers have easily been one of the most disappointing teams in the league this season. After trading for Russell Westbrook and adding veterans like Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard, and Carmelo Anthony, the Lakers were supposed to be a legit title contender. But lo and behold, the Lakers are a mediocre team and currently stand at 6th in the West. Last year's #1 ranked defense has taken a significant dip, and the Lakers are a bottom 5 offensive team despite being extremely talented on paper. The Lakers have too many issues to just blame one player as the sole cause of their problems. Russell Westbrook has been an iffy fit, Anthony Davis has fallen off a cliff since the Orlando bubble, and Alex Caruso, a very valuable role player for the Lakers, was clearly undervalued by management. Injuries have also played a role, but that was to be expected when putting together a roster this old. With the Lakers continuing to underachieve, it's becoming clear that a trade is needed to save the Lakers' season. The Lakers have many issues, but what they really need is a solid glue guy. Interestingly enough, a player that fits that archetype, Joe Ingles, may soon hit the trade market. According to Bleacher Report, the Utah Jazz may explore trades for Joe Ingles ahead of the NBA trade deadline. And the Lakers have been linked to him in the past, as just last season, it was reported that the Lakers were in talks to trade Kyle Kuzma to the Jazz in exchange for Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles makes too much sense for the LA Lakers. He's the quintessential glue guy that every contender needs, and for the Lakers, he can make a big difference. The Lakers desperately need players that can both shoot and guard. Because of the Westbrook trade, the Lakers had to fill out the roster with veteran minimum contracts, meaning the Lakers could only bring in one-way players. Guys like Malik Monk and Carmelo Anthony are knockdown shooters, but they're also defensive liabilities. Kent Bazemore and Avery Bradley can defend, but they don't provide much on offense. The Lakers desperately need players that can do both. Ingles, even at age 34, is still a pretty good 3-and-D guy. Ingles is a knockdown catch-and-shoot player. He's a career 41% three-point shooter, and on the season, he's hitting 40% from 3 on 5 attempts per game. The Lakers badly need some more shooting, as they rank as one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league. On the season, the Lakers rank just 17th in three-point percentage, shooting the 3 at just 34%, and 22nd in the league in three-point attempts per game. Joe Ingles' high-level three-point shooting would be a breath of fresh air for this Lakers team. Inserting Ingles into the lineup would improve the spacing, and Ingles would feast off the open looks given to him by Russell Westbrook and LeBron James driving kicks. But Ingles isn't just a shooter. He's a high basketball IQ player and a good passer. In Utah's offense, they often use Ingles as the ball handler, and he's good at finding his teammates for open baskets. He's especially good at running the pick and roll. Because he's a deadly pull-up shooter, defenses have to focus on him, which allows him to find open shooters or dump it to the rolling big man. Ingles would allow the Lakers to relieve LeBron of his ball handling duties without the offense falling off a cliff because the rock isn't in his hands. As we can see, Ingles is truly a Swiss Army knife on the offensive end, but he can also help LA on defense. Ingles may not be the most athletic guy out there, but he plays with a ton of effort on the less glamorous end of the court. He has a good sense of where to be at all times and communicates well with his teammates, and he has quick hands which allows him to get steals and deflections. Ingles also has nice size at 6'8" with a 6'10" wingspan, which helps him defensively as well. The Lakers desperately need defenders, and they desperately need someone they could put on big wing players, and Ingles fits that bill. Overall, Ingles is a scrappy, hard-working dude and a very good role player. He may not put up eye-popping numbers, but he's the type of glue guy that can help the Lakers get back in contender status. In terms of trade assets, the Lakers do have Taylor Horton-Tucker and Kendrick Nunn, who could help to bolster Utah's bench, and they also have a future first-round pick they can use in a trade. If they could acquire Ingles by the trade deadline, he would be an excellent pickup. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Would you like to see the Lakers make a push for Joe Ingles? Tell me in the comments. Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more dope content like this, and have a great rest of your day.